Hello to the Szabologist podcast. This is my sixth screening of Solo, a Star Wars story, and I'm taking my lovely, wonderful friend Danny, who I've known for at least a good 23 years now. He's come all the way from Maruya to visit me, and we're in Canberra now because I'm visiting my family. I'm going to see Solo for the sixth time. He's going to see it for the first time. So basically, what I'm just doing, Danny, is just gathering thoughts. You don't have to have much thoughts. Mine was like, I hope it's going to be fun and this and that, because I was thinking about, we're so lucky to have 4 new Star Wars movies coming out and people complaining because they're disappointments. But this one, based on some characters we know, I was concerned about whether Alden and Glover, but I'm not going to give much away. Obviously, I did like them and I love the movie. They did well. This movie exceeded my expectations. That's why I'm seeing it again for the 6th time. 6 more upbeat adventure that I was hoping to, and that had it. But is there anything, thoughts or ideas that you wanted to see in this movie compared to like Last Jedi, Force Awakens, Rogue One, or anything?
Yeah, mate, I'm just hanging to see this movie. Nearly missed out. It's like the last week. I can't believe we almost missed out on seeing it, but we got here in time. We're going to enjoy it. Hopefully Alden Ehrenreich does all right. I was a bit hesitant about him because, I never heard much about him, but hopefully he can pull off Harrison convincingly, and just looking forward to a good, awesome adventure. And we'll see what happens, eh?
Yeah, well, he's got big shoes to fill, Alden, and same with Glover for Billy D.
And Billy D, yeah, I know,
yeah.
Legend of the franchise,
I'm sure and hope that you'll enjoy it as much as I do. We're all different, we've got different tastes, but who knows? But you're up for a big fun adventure. Just think, it's not like The Last Jedi where sad things were happening.
I know, hopefully there's no
and it's not like Rogue One it's not that serious tone. So okay, this is the Szabologist podcast of Solo screening, signing off for now, and I'll get back to you after Danny's instant reaction of seeing the movie.
Awesome, sick.
Welcome back to the Szabologist podcast of the Solo screening reaction straight away from Danny. Do you want to say your instant reactions, and then maybe I'll prompt you with a few things after that?
Oh yeah, whatever you want to do, mate.
Yeah, what's some instant reactions?
Okay, so my first instant reaction was how amazing is Ron Howard. He's always reliable. What a director. He's solid. He's been a Hollywood solid director for so many years. What else? Woody Harrelson, fantastic. How good is he? He's always good. He's so reliable. Alden Ehrenreich was pretty good as a Harrison Ford, substitute. Nobody can come close, but he did pretty good as a young Harrison Ford, young Han Solo. Donald Glover, pretty good job, mate. It's hard to pull off a Billy D's level of charisma, but he did pretty good job. I loved all the practical effects were fantastic. All the non-human characters of the creatures were really reminiscent of the original. The original trilogy, and it had such a good vibe. It was overall a pretty good roller coaster ride.
Yeah,
fun adventure. You know what I mean? Like really, it really caught a spirit that I thought was lacking from the from episode 8, especially episode 7.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty good and really enjoyed it overall. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, as I said, I loved it. Like, roller coaster ride, you got the train ride, you got a few quiet adventures. Some people say it's a bit too much, but I reckon it's great, spot on.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the Clone Wars, so you never knew about what happened to Darth Maul, did you? When
no, that was a shock to me.
Okay.
But
interesting.
I'm so glad that they put that level of depth into the story. You know what I mean? There was just so much more. Gives me a lot more eagerness to go back and watch the Clone Wars right through. And catch up on the extra level of detail.
I'll give you those episodes and other episodes to tell you which ones to watch.
Yeah, that'd be
And
cool.
you watch it in order, but then you get to see how Darth Maul came back. And I'm thinking this is interesting because you're the first person that I've seen it with that never really knew Clone Wars or understood what Darth Maul came back, and then you're going, what? How does he get back? And he's got legs because he's
been cut in half. What's going on?
And that's what I find interesting, because not every fan or not everyone would watch that. Yeah, fan or normal person. So they're just going, how does that work? And then in Rebels, did you see Darth Maul? What happened to him in Rebels?
No, I actually haven't seen all the Rebels right through either.
Yeah.
So I've still got lots of catching up to do on the animated versions of stuff. But that was a shock, and I actually enjoyed it. Good to see other characters like Warwick Davis as well.
Yeah, he's back again, and they're part of Saw Gerrera's.
I know, they were so good.
You see that connection there, that the rebellion, we're forming a rebellion.
That's
and
right.
then you see some of the people from Saw Gerrera's groups there. Did you know who the Pikes were, that black guy with this thing? He was in the Clone Wars too, so you see more Pikes in the Clone Wars.
Right.
They're part of the 5 people of the syndicates of Crimson Dawn, so you've got Crimson Dawn.
Yeah.
Do you know about Black Sun with
no.
Sizer in there? That's in
God,
Expanded Universe, and that came into Clone Wars too, so you see them. And then there's the Pikes, and there's probably two others. I can't think of who they are. Yeah, so I got excited when I saw the Pikes on the screen. Yeah, Kessel Run.
Yeah.
So they did make the Kessel Run, and he did win it and playing a game of $6. So they're cool.
Yeah, that was good. It was surprising to me because I always assumed wrongly that the Kessel Run was a race, and it wasn't like a race. You know what I mean? It was just, which was awesome. You know, it's good for them to be a little bit unpredictable.
Yeah, like C-3PO, you'll be sent to the Spice Mines at Kessel for sure. They were Spice Mines.
That's right, yeah.
Lived up to it.
I mean, speaking of C-3PO, I think that must be the first Star Wars movie he didn't make an appearance in.
Yes, exactly right. You're spot on.
I was waiting for him the whole time.
Same with R2 as well.
Yeah, same as R2, yep. I mean, they at least they made an appearance in Rogue One even, which
I know. Did you notice?
Yeah.
Like, obviously the music was good. Empire Strikes Back. You know, there was a lot of adventure with the Millennium Falcon that we want to see. That's why I like it and love it. In the beginning, when he was like hot wiring the cone, doodle like they went with it. Come on, you know.
Yeah, it was good. The beginning was fantastic
with the music in there.
The intro was great. I loved it.
And the last thing I just want to touch on. Did you notice? And like, so you got L3, Lando's droid, right?
Yep.
And they put her into the navigation system of Millennium Falcon because
Yes.
they had the best navigation system in a way. That's why I kept it.
That's why I kept the
erase
memory.
Yep, because obviously they erase droids' memories because they go nuts with personality, like L3 did. But now did you notice the connection then? Like, no, in Empire Strikes Back, Han's saying to 3PO, "No, I need you to talk to the Falcon." So that's L3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
I
Even,
know.
no,
Somebody pointed that out to me. I went, "Wow, that makes sense." So
it does make sense.
And then that's probably why the Falcon's good. But then people sort of argue, like, "Oh, was it Han a good pilot or the Falcon?" It's just a navigator. Han's still piloting
he's still piloting
it.
Of course he is.
Chewie's co-piloting it. So, and yeah, you're 190 because Chewie's 200 in New Hope.
Yeah, that's true.
So it shows you 10 years before.
That's true.
There you go.
I did know
That's
that.
a few things I wanted to point out.
I thought it was awesome, mate. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad we got to see it today. That was great.
Your first time, my sixth time. So thank you very much. The Szabologist podcast of Solo Screening signing out. Bye.